With the 85mm, 50mm, and 35mm, it can be tough to choose what portrait lens to go for. If you're into taking pictures of your family, travel photos, or even Instagram photos, the Sigma 35 1.4 may be the right lens for you. This is Jordan Clark from the Backyard Bucket List, and let's get going. Before we get started, I do want to recommend not just taking my word for it, but go out and rent a lens. That's what we did before we bought the Sigma 35 1.4. And if there was one takeaway from this video, I would say rent a lens to see if it fits you and your lifestyle. So initially, I bought my wife the Sony a7 II, and we needed a lens to go with it. What she was looking for was a lens to take pictures of her kids and of her family. And initially, I was excited to get a nice portrait lens, like a maybe 85 or 50mm, because you get that nice bokeh, that depth of field, that blurred background, which looks great. And nowadays, I feel like a lot of people want that blurred background. But she was looking at the 35mm, which happened to be the best focal length for us and our family. The reason why it's great is because with kids, you tend to be a lot closer to them. You're not standing far back. And if we had gone with the 50 or even the 85mm, we would have to stand pretty far back to capture any of those moments or memories. And actually yesterday we were on a hayride, riding in a truck. And if we had gone with the 85mm, I would have been on the other side of the hayride just to take pictures of our family. And that's not really being in the moment. And I think that's something we don't talk about very much with buying a lens is not only do we need to think about the end image, the end results, but also what is our experience using that lens? How practical is that in our current setting? And also if you're buying a lens to go on vacation or you like to go out and do lots of things with family and friends, the 35mm is a great choice because you're gonna be able to see what you're doing in the environment. With the 85 and 50mm, they're great portrait lenses, but a lot of time you're very close up and you have no idea what's around you. Sure, you look great in that frame, that moment, but if you're looking to get a lens to capture the experience, the 35mm may be the better option for you. And like we talked about earlier, we live in an age with our smartphones, and we like to use that portrait mode to get that blurred background. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a high quality picture, but I think subconsciously we think, okay, if it's got a blurred background, that's a high quality picture. Must have been using an expensive lens. Whatever the case may be, we tend to be drawn to pictures of blurred background, that bokeh, that depth of field. So having a 1.4 aperture is a great feature in a lens. And typically when you're going to a lower aperture, they get pretty expensive. But that's a great part about the Sigma is you can get the 35 1.4 for a relatively priced. And that's where the Sigma, even the Tamron, those lenses shine. Because you get high quality lenses of great build quality for about half the price as paying for a native lens like Sony or Canon, Panasonic, Nikon, all of the main lens manufacturers. Fun fact, I was actually listening to a podcast the other day, and they were raving about how Sigma has a great QC, quality control process. So you know you're getting a great lens every time, which makes it very valuable when buying a lens. So to give you an idea, Sony just came out with a 35 1.4, and it goes for about $1,300. And that's a fantastic lens. So you have great skin quality on the new G Masters. They did a great job with the coating, so the skin tones look fantastic on there. The autofocus is even faster than the Sigma, but again, you're paying about $1,300 for that lens. If price is not an issue, I would highly recommend the G Master 35 1.4. But if you're like a lot of people, budgeting is a big part of it, and the Sigma is a great compromise for, again, you're gonna pay about half the price. You can find these for about $700. We bought our Sigma used, which I highly recommend. So you can find these for about $500. That's less than half the price of buying the Sony 35 1.4. And then one of the benefits of why we buy prime lenses or portrait lenses is for the fast apertures. So at 1.4, you're still getting a great depth of field. It is a wider lens, so you're not going to get quite the blurred background as the 50 or 85, because the 85 will compress the image a lot more and give you that nice bokeh or that blurred background. But 35 at 1.4, you're still able to achieve that while still seeing the surrounding areas around you. And this is a quick video, but hopefully you found it helpful to know, okay, is a 35 1.4 a good lens for me? If you did find this helpful, make sure to like this video. And if you have any questions about the Sigma 35 1.4, feel free to mention it down below. And if you'd like to see more videos about how photography, video can help create memories for you and your family and your friends, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Hope you guys have a great day. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.